Okay, so now we come to the second part of today's asynchronous lecture. Alright, the next subtopic is still about area, but now is area between curves. Okay, so say if you have two functions f and g, where both functions are continuous with f has more than or equals to gs throughout interval a to b, then the area of the region between the curve fx and gx from a to b is the integral fx minus with gx respect to dx from a to b. Kalau tengok graf ni, fx ni ke atas is bounded by fx gx and starting from x equals to a to x equals to b. So this is the area. So as I told you before, okay, we regard this as a rectangle, a small rectangle, okay, macam ni for example. So the height will be fx minus with gx, and then dia punya ni, the bar dia adalah dx. So this is the height, okay, fx minus with gx and integration from a to b. Simple, right? Okay. So maknanya kalau yang ni, kalau the example regarding areas between curve, okay, the first step that you got to do, you tak boleh nak lari dah yang ni, you have to sketch the curve. Daripada situ then only we know whether the function tu yang mana yang ke atas, yang mana yang ke bawah. Okay, so for example here we have find the area of the region enclosed by the parabola y equals to 2 minus x square and the line y equals to minus x. So graph ni yang this time saya dah lukis siap-siap. Okay, that's not me actually, I took this from the book. Okay, y equals to 2 minus x square and the line y equals to minus x. Okay, so in case kalau in future you tak ada curve, okay, it's not provided to you, so you have to sketch the curve and you have to find the intersection points here. Okay, how do we find these intersection points? Okay, yang ni maknanya kita guna buat jadikan dia sebagai persamaan lah. 2 minus x square equals to minus x. Okay, so here you will get x square minus x minus 2 equals to 0. Then from here you will get x minus 2, x plus 1 equals to 0. There you go. We know that now we have two intersection points where x equals to 2. Nampak tak ni? We have 2 and x equals to negative 1. When x is equals to negative 1, masukkan dalam ni pun boleh. Then y equals to 1. When x equals to 2, then y is equals to negative 2. So now we know that the integration will be, oh ni dah ada dah solution kat sini. Find the intersection points, okay? 2 and negative 1. So from here, we set up the integration from negative 1 to 2. And the upper curve here, okay, after you sketch the curve, we find out that let's say this is y1, so this is y2. So y1 minus with y2. So that's why we have fx minus gx. Okay, yang ni saya regard as fx, yang ni sebagai gx. So 2 minus x square minus with minus x dx, integration from negative 1 to 1. Kalau yang ni maknanya we are certain already the curve fx is above gx, so you are not going to put any modulus jadikan dia positif macam example 3 tadi. No, okay, because we already sure that the curve is, which curve is above of of which curve. Alright, so solve the integration, then you will get the answer equals to 9 over 2 here. Okay, this answer is our final answer, 9 over 2. I'm not going to proceed with the integration lah, solution dah ada kat situ. Okay, now let's proceed to the next example, example 5. So in this example 5 also, this time pun dah ada dah ada solution for you. Okay, find the area, not the solution, this they already sketched the graph for you. Okay, find the area of the region in the first quadrant. First quadrant yang mana? Okay, we have 4xy, y x here kan. So this is the first quadrant, second, third and the fourth quadrant. Yang ni lah maknanya in the first quadrant. bounded above the curve y equals to square root x. So this is y equals to square root x. Y equals to square root x ni sebenarnya sama juga dengan x equals to y square lah. Okay, kalau this is y equals to x square. Kalau x equals to y square, macam ni lah. Terbalik kan? This is x equals to y square. So, we're saying that it is in the first quadrant. Maknanya kita ambil yang ni sahaja. Okay, x equals to square root of, y equals to square root of x. And the line y equals to x minus 2. Lukislah line y equals to x minus 2. Okay. Okay, so dia dah cakap dah. Bounded above y equals to square root x. So this is our curve. Y equals to square root x. And below by the x-axis. X-axis pun become dia punya border. Okay, so this is the x-axis or y equals to 0. And then another line is line y equals to x minus 2. So kalau you tengok kat sini, ni adalah dia punya bonded area dia. Okay, this is the bonded area. Okay, so you have to be careful. Kena check satu-satu region dia ni. Okay, we regard this, tengok ni yang saya cakap tadi, area of a rectangle. Kat sini pun dia ada lukis rectangle kat sini. So, we are sure dia punya lebar ni is dx. The integration definitely dx. Okay, however, the integration here, okay, you are to find first the intersection point. Satu. Okay, you have to find the intersection point. So, let's find out first the intersection point. How to find the intersection point? Maknanya yang ni lah. Okay, we have to find this point. X minus 2 equals to square root x. Okay, so from here, we get x minus 2 square equals to x kan. So you boleh expand yang ni, dia akan dapat x square minus 4x plus 4 equals to x. Then you have here x square minus apa ni, minus 5x plus 4 equals to 0. So you have x minus 1 and x minus 4 equals to 0. So we have two intersection points which are x equals to 1 and x equals to 4. Okay. Okay, kalau kita tengok kat sini, the intersection points, there are two, x equals to 1 and x equals to 4. Okay, so maknanya graph ni, okay, saya draw balik. Okay, the graph this is actually like this kan. Okay, tapi kita just consider kalau untuk soalan ni in the first quadrant. Okay, and then we have the line x equals to 2. X minus 2. Dia macam ni. This is the line x minus 2. So, the intersection point tu maknanya there are two. Satu dekat sini. This is x equals to 4. Another one is here, which is out of our consideration. This is x equals to 1. Because our consideration is in the first quadrant only. So, maknanya yang ni. Alright, so this is our consideration. Then we know this is 0, this is 4. And then we have line here, but we don't know what is the value here. Okay, apakah value kat situ? But it's very simple to know what is this value. This value maknanya value, we have the curve, the line, okay, y equals to x minus 2. So at this point, y is equals to 0. Y is equals to 0. So x minus 2 is equals to 0. Then x is equals to 2. So that's why here we have the point 2 here. So maknanya area that we want to find, dia punya tu adalah dekat bonded by this. These all the important points. Okay, so kalau you tengok, maknanya kat sini yang ni, okay, region yang ni, yang atas dia adalah the first dia punya y1 adalah square root x, and yang kat bawah ni adalah apa? Adakah x equals y equals to x minus 2? No, yang kat bawah dia adalah y equals to 0. Okay, it's bounded by x axis ni, y equals to 0. So that's why you tengok the first part of the area kat sini, integration from 0 to 2 is equals to square root x dx only, because dia punya height adalah square root x y equals to square root x minus with y equals to 0. So that's why here is only square root x for the first part area A kat sini. Whereas untuk B, untuk bahagian B ni, then only you nampak rectangle ni, dia punya height yang atas ni is y equals to square root x, and yang bawah ni adalah x minus 2. So that's why the second part of the area, the integration is square root x minus with x minus 2 dx. The second part of integration ni. Because dia punya height ni, the curve minus with the line here. So square root x minus with minus x minus 2. So you have square root x minus x plus 2 dx. Nampak tak? So I have set up the integration to you. So there are two parts here. First part A here for region A, integration from 0 to 2 square root x dx. And the second part B here, integration from 2 to 4 square root x minus x plus 2 dx. So yang ni you proceed je lah. Maknanya integration 3 per 2 per 2 here 0 to 2 plus with integration from 2 to 4 x kuasa 3 per 2 minus x square over 2 plus 2x. So put in the value, I let you to do, and you should get the answer is equals to 10 over 3. So now we proceed to another technique to find the area between curve, where kalau before this we integrate respect to x kan, dia punya width tu kita consider dx, dia punya lebar. Alright, but this time we consider integration respect to y, meaning to say dia punya width tu, dia punya rectangle sekarang dalam keadaan melintang. Melintang. So dia punya width now is dy. Del y or dy, dia punya width. Then meaning to say dia punya height sekarang ni dalam keadaan melintang macam saya cakap tadi. So kalau sebelum ni kita kata y2 minus with y1, right? And then multiply with del x macam tu. But this approach with respect to x, maknanya dia punya width is del y, and dia punya panjang sekarang ni maknanya x1, x2 kat sini is going to be x2 minus with x1. So x2 minus x1 maknanya dia dalam function fy. Ni maknanya kita boleh consider s2 minus with x1. So everything here will be in terms of y. Dia lower and upper limit sekarang ni pun maknanya dia varies, dia changing with respect to y kat sini. So y equals to c up to y equals to d. Faham tak? So as it is stated here, in this equation, f always denotes the right hand curve and g is the left hand curve. Macam saya cakap tadi, x2 minus with x1 yang paling kanan minus with yang kiri. So fy minus gy is non-negative. Now let's repeat back example 5 yang kita solve tadi, yang kita consider. Kalau example 5 tadi, ingat tak yang curve ni? Example 5 kita consider rectangle dia macam tu kan. So with respect to dx. But then because of that we have to kita terpaksa pecahkan dia kepada dua bahagian, betul? Because the first part is y minus with y equals to 0. Second part y minus with this straight line. Straight line ni. Now we can also actually solve this to find the area by using the integration with respect to y. So kalau you consider with respect to y, maksudnya dia punya panjang rectangle tu will be this one. The upper line, so maknanya kat sini you have to change lah. Kalau tadi we have y equals to x minus 2. That meaning here now x is equals to y plus 2. Kalau sebelum ni we have y equals to square root x, means now x is equals to y square. Okay, so this line is x equals to y plus 2 and this curve is x equals to y square. So maknanya dia punya line here now is fx minus with gx. Okay, fx minus with gx. Yang paling kanan, okay, dia punya kanan adalah y plus 2. Okay, minus with yang kiri adalah x equals to y square. So y plus 2 minus y square. And then the width of your rectangle now is dy. And then look, y is changing, maknanya rectangle you, kita kira area daripada bawah, starting from y equals to 0. And then naik atas sampailah y equals to berapa kat sini? Okay, y equals to what? Tadi kita dah cari kan dia punya intersection point. X is equals to, at that point x equals to 4. So y is equals to 4 minus 2, y is equals to 2. So this is y equals to 2. So that's why here we have this. Integration from 0 to 2, y plus 2 minus y squared dy. So if you solve the integration, you will get the same answer, which is 10 over 3. So nampak tak? Which one is easier now? Using respect to y or respect to x? Kalau definitely, kalau saya tanya you all, sepatutnya you akan jawab yang ni lah. Because the integration is straightforward. You don't have to break them into two parts macam kita integrate respect to x. So moral of the story, maksudnya you have to sketch first, identify where is the region, then only you will find out sama ada nak integrate with respect to x ke with respect to y is easier. Sebenarnya nak guna dua-dua boleh sebenarnya. Dia punya tu it's just kalau guna y maybe it's easier compared to x. Ada sometimes x is easier than y. Okay, depending on the area that you get. Alright, okay, so now let's proceed to the last example for area between curve here. Okay, find the area of the region bounded by the curve y square equals to 3 minus x and the line y equals to x minus 1 using both methods. Yang ni dia suruh you integrate using both method respect to x and also y. Okay, so for this example, let's try to sketch the graph. Okay, so we have y square equals to 3 minus x. Okay, so in other words, maksudnya dia adalah x is equals to 3 minus y square. And another curve is y equal, satu lagi y equals to x minus 1. Okay, so kalau y square ni maksudnya dia akan melengkung macam ni kan. So minus y square, 3 minus y square. So the simplest thing that you can do by put in the value when y equals to 0, x will be equals to 3. Y equals to 0, x equals to 3 kat sini. And then when x equals to 0, apa akan jadi pada value of y here? Y, when x equals to 3 minus y equals to 0. So maknanya y here will be equals to positive negative root 3. Okay, so we have root 3 here and we have minus root 3 here. So the graph will somehow looks like this. Okay, and then we have the line y equals to x minus 1. Y equals to x minus 1 maknanya when x equals to 0, y is equals to negative 1. When x equals to 0, y is equals to negative 1. 1 point here. And when y equals to 0, y equals x minus 1 equals to 0, x is equals to 1. So you have 1 here, minus 1 here. Okay, so you will have a graph something like this. Macam itulah. Okay, this is your line here. In this case, maknanya area tu will be this area, right? Okay, area will be that area. So you need to find the intersection point here and this one. So how we are going to find the intersection point? Kita ada, okay, here x is equals to y plus 1, right? X is equals to y plus 1 and we have 3 minus y square. So maknanya kat sini 3 minus y square equals to y plus 1. So here we will have, okay, y square plus y minus 2 equals to 0. Okay, I bring minus y square to my right hand side. Okay, y square y square plus y 1 minus 3 minus 2 equals to 0. So we have y minus 2, y plus 2, y minus 1 equals to 0. So here we have y equals to negative 2 and 1. So kita tahu kat sini, here is negative 2 and here will be 1. Okay, negative 2 and 1. So now what do you think? Which one is easier? Okay, maknanya sekarang ni saya nampak, yang saya nampak lah, it's easier if you consider we consider first integration with respect to y. Okay, with respect to y maknanya dia punya width here is gonna be integration dy and then ni kita punya x1, x2, x1. So it will be x2 minus with x1 where y is from daripada bawah ni intersection point negative 2 to up to 1. So your x2 is the curve. Okay, so your curve here is 3 minus y square and your x1 is equals to what? Y plus 1. Minus y plus 1. Okay, so this is our integration. I will write it properly. Okay, so this is the integration 3 minus y square minus y plus 1 dy. So just have to solve the integration. You will have 3y minus with y cubed over 3 minus y square over 2 minus y. So substitute this. I'm sure you will get 9 over 2 or 4.5. Okay, second approach, if you want to regard this with respect to x. So kalau x maksudnya angle ni kita nak guna second method where we integrate with respect to dx. So kalau dx, you see we treat this as a rectangle like this. So nampak tak kat sini dia punya rectangle ni, okay, atas dan bawah maknanya this line, okay, this line which is y equals to x minus 1, let's say this is y1, okay, up to here maknanya the integration will be y1 minus with y2, betul tak? Okay, your y2 now is equals to, okay, what is your y2? We have y square equals to 3 minus x. So maknanya y is actually equals to plus minus square root of 3 minus x. So maknanya integration ni, okay, okay, maknanya dia punya ni macam ni kan. Okay, so this is y equals to x minus 1. Dan curve ni, okay, this one, the curve is y equals to plus minus square root of 3 minus x. Yang ke atas, okay, yang ke atas ni is y equals to square root of 3 minus x. And below here, you can see below here is y is negative. So y is equals to negative square root of 3 minus x. Okay, so mana kata for this region, you have to divide into two parts. Okay, you have to divide into two parts sampai sini, sampai it's from x equals to negative 2 until x equals to 2. Sorry, terbalik ni. This is x equals to negative 1, y equals to negative 2. X equals to negative 1, negative 2. So maknanya daripada x equals to negative 1 sampai x equals to 2. So line yang ke atas ni adalah, what is the line yang ke atas tadi? X minus 1, okay, and then minus with this line. Minus with that curve, okay, minus square root of 3 minus x dx. And then plus with the integration from daripada sini tadi x equals to 2 sampailah x equals to apa kat sini? X equals to 3. Dia punya upper and lower curve ni adalah curve yang sama tapi polarity je berbeza. So yang atas ni adalah this one. So square root of 3 minus x minus with the bawah here is minus square root of 3 minus x. Okay. So maknanya here the integration tu akan jadi integration from negative 1 to 2 x minus 1 plus with square root of 3 minus x, okay, dx plus with integration from 2 to 3, yang ni boleh tambah, so 2 times 3 minus x dx. Macam tu. Okay, so these integrations you have to you need to solve and you will get also the answer should be the same. Tapi nampak tak betapa susahnya you nak solve if you use this approach. Okay, because you need to break it out into 2 parts and then the square root ni I assume you all dah tahulah macam mana nak solve the integration for this. So you may give a try to your on your own and make sure you will get the answer 9/2. Alright, so that's it for second part of today's asynchronous lecture.